man, as much as I would say, hey, there's things that he likes to do, this is Gunnar now, and it's terrible. My name is Rusty Shadden. I am the treasurer on the H&R&PU board. This is my wife, Holly Shadden, and this is our son, Gunnar Shadden, who was diagnosed with H&R&PU at the age of
7.
Came a little early at 33 weeks, and he had a 6-week stay in the NICU with complications from his kidney. Then they discovered he had brain bleeds, bilateral, grade 2 and grade 3 IVH. And over the next 7 years, we saw many different specialists who would say, oh, he's got autism, or he has, some delays. But at the age of 1, I found him in his crib unresponsive. We lived in the hill country, so we took an hour-long ambulance ride into San Antonio. But I guess his biggest struggle when he was smaller was he couldn't communicate with us because he had a speech delay. So that was a big frustration for him to be able to, 3, 4 years old, can't tell us what he wants. We can't understand what he wants, so we just had to kind of go off of his cues. And he did start learning to communicate. He had some small sentences he would say to tell us what he wanted or ask what he wanted. Life was, tough. Of course, it was tough financially because on top of caring for our child and trying to provide him with all the therapies that he needs, it was hard on us.
From riding the bike, from being able to read, from that point it was his best. Since then, since he was at his peak, it has just progressively gotten worse to where we are today. We've had different types of surgeries done. He's had a VNS implant. He's had a corpus callosotomy done. We had the RNS implanted into his thalamus, so it was monitoring his seizures and how many treatments that it was getting, and it was in the thousands.
And it turns off after 9,000 seizures a day, and sometimes he was maxing that out, or treatments a day. He says a couple words every so often now, whereas before he could, again, say short sentences and tell us what he wanted to watch on TV or what he wanted to eat. It's taken away his ability to be as mobile as he used to be. Prior to the uncontrolled epilepsy, we called him Gunnar the Runner because he would escape our house and leave, like run. He was nicknamed that at school as well because he was quick. It took away his ability to drink. He can no longer drink liquids, along with his seizures, which are of course his biggest complication right now, is also his kidney function. He's had a lot of kidney problems over the last several years.
What our main mission is to fund the research for H&R&PU because there's not much research out there on this. So Dr. Molina with Sheffield University is heading up the zebrafish models, trying to really pinpoint and find out, hey, what's going on with this, and how can we fix it. And I would hate for somebody to have to go through the same thing that Gunnar's had to go through. That's why we've tried all these different types of surgeries and things like that, because if it doesn't work, there's no point in putting your child through that. If I had to go back and say, hey, if I knew the corpus callosotomy wasn't going to work, we would not have had that done, because that surgery alone took away so much from him as well. One of the side effects was completely losing your speech, and that's pretty much what has happened to him.
Since Gunnar was diagnosed at the age of 7, I believe there's now close to 300 people in the world that have been diagnosed with this. So we're like a family. We found each other, but it has affected our whole family, including his brother and sister. And it's hard. It's a hard life. But we just try to find the joy in each day. To learn more about H&R&P, you can go to our website. It's bf4u.org. And you can go on there and learn more about H&R&PU, more about the research that we're trying to raise money for. And if you could share our story so other people can learn about it, and if you could possibly donate to help fund this research, that would be great. We would appreciate it.